It's a Matter of Insurance, presented by the New Hampshire Insurance Department. If you have questions regarding your insurance coverage, the New Hampshire Insurance Department's Consumer Services Division is here to help. You can contact them by emailing consumerservices@ins.nh.gov, calling 1-800-852-3416, or learn more by visiting insurance.nh.gov. Excited to be joined this month by Health Reform Coordinator for the Department, Lee Curtis, and we're going to be talking about annual open enrollment. This episode is releasing on November 1st, which is the kickoff for annual open enrollment for Healthcare.Gov plans, and we'll dive into a lot more on that today. So thanks so much for joining me.
Thank you for having me.
We're officially in annual open enrollment for the Affordable Care Act's marketplace health insurance plans. Who should consider looking at these plans, and what are the deadlines they really should be aware of?
Sure. We encourage everybody who is seeking health insurance coverage to check out what the plans are available for plan year 2025. Those deadlines for those health plans are as follows. For enrollment that starts on January 1st, on coverage that starts on January 1st, you want to make sure to complete your enrollment by December 15th. Likewise, for coverage that starts on February 1st, be sure to enroll by January 15th. And as you said, AJ, the open enrollment period runs from November 1st through January 15th. So you get about 2.5 months to elect your health coverage.
It's very important for people to realize if you want to sign up on the individual market for health insurance, you need to do it within this window unless you have a special enrollment period. Can you give a couple examples of the special enrollment periods that people should consider?
Yep, that's exactly right. For the majority of Americans, as you said, the open enrollment period does last from the beginning of November through the mid part of January. However, certain life circumstances will trigger a special enrollment period. Things along the lines of changing your address. So if you move, you might be eligible for a special enrollment period. If you have a baby, if you get married, if you lose your employer-sponsored health insurance, or if you lose your health insurance through a change in your family status, such as a divorce, you also might be eligible for a special enrollment period. Things along those lines.
And it's very important that people do it like as soon as possible when those special events occur, because you are on a deadline. As soon as that starts, it's like 60 days.
60 days. That's exactly right. Usually it triggers a 60-day special enrollment period. So as you said, it's important that you do take action fairly quickly after those life events trigger that SEP for you.
So what are these plans available at Healthcare.Gov? Well, it's health insurance, but who are the people that can sign up for these plans?
The 4 plans that are being offered this year on Healthcare.Gov for New Hampshire residents are Ambetter from New Hampshire Healthy Families, Anthem Blue Cross Blue Shield, Harvard Pilgrim Healthcare, and the newest company to enter the market and offer marketplace coverage this year is WellSense Health Plan. As I said, we encourage anybody who is seeking health insurance for plan year 2025 to visit healthcare.gov to see what their options are. There is something called passive enrollment, where if you are currently enrolled in a marketplace plan and you take no action, oftentimes your coverage will roll over. But we do encourage our consumers to really look at the health plans available. Some of the benefits may have changed. Their networks may have changed. So it is important to really take a look at that during open enrollment period. And if you do choose to make a change, do that by January 15th.
And it is really exciting to see a 4th player enter the health insurance marketplace in New Hampshire with this, because it shows it's competitive and it's worthwhile for carriers to consider Granite Staters.
That's exactly right. We at the New Hampshire Insurance Department are really pleased to see that WellSense Health Plan has entered the market. So yes, having four options available is great for New Hampshire consumers.
So if Granite Staters are unsure of how to navigate their options for health insurance, are there people that can help, especially with dealing with the cost of coverage, which is often a very scary thing for people to consider?
Yeah, absolutely. If folks go to healthcare.gov, again, that's www.healthcare.gov. And I just want to say it's important to enter the GOV at the end instead of something along the lines of healthcare.com. Often folks, if they Google it, they may find themselves at the wrong site. The federally facilitated marketplace website is healthcare.gov. On that website, there is a button in the lower right-hand corner called Find Local Help. And if you choose that, that will navigate you towards folks that can assist you with your plan selection. There is a navigator program that is through the Foundation for Healthy Communities. In addition, there are local assisters and brokers who can be found under that Find Local Help button, and it is a service free of charge to New Hampshire residents. So again, Healthcare.Gov will have a local help option, and it's on the lower right-hand corner to be able to get to that. In addition to finding local assistance on Healthcare.Gov, you also have the option, depending on your income, to be possibly eligible for financial assistance for some of those marketplace plans. Some of the financial assistance available options include advanced premium tax credits and cost share reductions. So that'll reduce your overall out-of-pocket costs, again, depending on your income. But that is definitely something to ask your navigator, your assister about. And you can also do a quick calculation right on Healthcare.Gov to see what you might be eligible for financial assistance.
Now, we should probably mention at least Medicare, Medicaid, because they're also in an enrollment period right now.
That's exactly right. Yep. So Medicare's open enrollment would end on December 7th. So that's going to be a different time frame, close, sort of overlaps, but not exactly. So if you are looking for Medicare coverage, that will end on December 7th.
Yeah. And also, most people probably know this Navigator program can also guide you to those signups if you are not sure.
Exactly. That's a sort of a no wrong door approach. So any assistance that you may need, those navigators, those local assisters, and those brokers can assist.
Is there anything else you wanted to touch on?
No, I think that's it. I would reiterate the wonderful folks over on our Consumer Services Division. Those folks can be contacted by either email or by phone. The email address is consumerservices@ins.nh.gov. And you can also call toll free at 800-852-3416.
Health Reform Coordinator Lee Curtis, thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you again for having me.
All right, this has been a Matter of Insurance podcast presented by the New Hampshire Insurance Department. I will harp on it again. If you have any insurance questions or concerns, whether it's health insurance, auto, life, Medicare supplemental, business insurance, workers' compensation, we regulate all those entities in the state, and consumer protection is our mission. You can contact us at 800-852-3416. Consumer Services at ins.nh.gov, or definitely check out our brand new website at insurance.nh.gov.